Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy87 and this is Let's Play Trails of Cold Steel Part 20. In the previous video, we pretty much wrapped up all of our objectives for the first day of our field study. We went over to the fort, we killed the monster, went to the fort, did our other side quest. Now we're heading back. Basically, the plot line, we've learned that it seems like the Croizen province is preparing for war with the reformist faction. I did also take a bit of a break after recording the last video, since I feel like I didn't have anything to talk about. I remembered to read the Ring of Judgment manga thing. Bro, I don't know if we really have enough time to go into like specific. I kind of had intended to record an actual video for it, but I ended up just kind of deciding to read it on my own time. And maybe just kind of talk. Oh, I didn't hit the button. And maybe just talk about it during like combat in this game. You can tear in time. Okay, you can't. Run. Well, wait. Which one's attacking? Okay, it's that one. You should be fine if you run. Oh lord, he coming, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, probably wanna. But yeah, overall, I thought it was pretty neat. Like I said, I'll maybe talk about it more specifically, like during our next extended bit of combat.
Gleaming blades. Go.
Kind of nice to see Estelle and Joshua again doing some stuff.
Know your place.
The Carnelia stuff would have maybe been more interesting if I had ever actually read those books. I think Carnelia was in Trails 3. So I want to say the Doll Knight was the Trails 2 book. I could be mistaken on that. Dude, why are these things not taking any damage?
Not yet.
I mean, I know why they're not, but just keep running. You're fine.
I'll handle it.
See, you're perfectly fine. There was never any doubt in my mind.
Target locked. Now.
Okay, there we go. We finally recovered, kind of, not really, actually. Just KO'd.
I was careless.
Honestly, I thought
Very
that
well.
dude was sealed, if I'm being completely honest.
Know your place. Now.
I'll help.
Try not to overexert yourself.
Don't worry about me.
Okay. Yeah, apparently all the characters have like little, if you finish with a link attack, they have like little interactions at the end of combat, which is kind of neat. Now, Fee is dead. Do we have Thalos? We do. But yeah, the Carnelia stuff, I mean, I think the Carnelia is the book series that we're getting in this game, like the reprint, right? So we'll read it eventually once we get them all. I'm just gonna wait at this point. I did already, like, I remember someone mentioned back in whatever the Carnelia, if it was Trails 2 or Trails 3, that the lady, that those characters are real and you meet them in later games, so it wasn't like a huge surprise to me since I'd already been told that, but it's kind of neat that Commander Grail Knight lady is the subject of that.
We're finally back. My feet are killing me.
I think we've already explored all this, but... if you guys are this tired already, you would never make it on the walk to Armorica. That's significantly longer. There's like 8 screens to get to Armorica from Crossbow. Just about sundown. I guess that means our field study activities are done for the day. Thank goodness for that. I'm exhausted. And I'm starving. I wonder how many... What's the total ... count for uses? I mean, I feel like it's at least a couple dozen by this point. Like, you think he's gonna hit triple digits by the end of this game? I feel like he has to at this rate. Whatever that strange floating object was, it doesn't seem to have come anywhere near the main thoroughfare at least. Fortunately not. The city wouldn't be this calm if it had. Yeah, it's probably long gone by now. We should head back to the hotel before it gets dark. There's a lot to put in our daily reports today, after all. Indeed. We can figure out how to best summarize the day's events over dinner. Actually, Eustace, where's the best Bareahard club? Can we get you to get us some bottles to pop? Oh, I quite agree. I myself happen to be raising some minks in our land. Wild white minks are extremely rare after all. One of the official army's armored cars made its way towards the guardhouse at high speed not long ago. That's rather ungraceful of them, even if something does seem to have happened. Also, like, mink farming's weird. Don't do it, please. I'm usually not like a big, like I'm like a vegan or anything, but mink farming seems a little egregious. Because it's not like, I mean, you're just doing it for fur as opposed to other uses, right? I mean, you don't eat mink, I don't think. I don't know. Ah, yes, I meant to ask, did you happen to see that new product at the boutique? That white color would certainly go well with my approach. I must get my hands on it. My lady, may I suggest that white mink fur would undoubtedly go well with my approach, don't you agree, Forster? Why, of course. Yeah, he said they talk all day. As expected, we spent the entire day here. My lady's ability to focus on conversing for such an extended period of time truly is impressive. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, dude. All of the nobles here in Bareahard are known for their keen sense of aesthetics. We're always updating our lineup to reflect their current tastes. We do claim to serve their needs, so striving for perfection is a must. Ha 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 ha! Why fuck everything got cost money, man? Welcome to Henderson & Co. Can I interest you in some fruit as an evening snack? We can even deliver it straight to your mansion, should you desire. No sweat drop? It's been getting nice and warm lately, so I'd like to get the mansion thoroughly cleaned. Perhaps I'll air the entire mansion out once the party's over. The number of nobles here in Bareahard is staggering, isn't it? I came from Heimdall to study up on fashion, but I still can't get used to it. My heart always starts racing whenever I pass by them on the street, too. What do you sell? Okay. I've spotted the Provincial Army's armored tanks in towns more than a few times recently. Their presence seems to be far more than just patrolling them. There seems to be frequent military exercising taking place at Auroch's fort, too, so it's all a cause for concern. Fort fencing is the preferred style of swordsmanship for nobles here in Erebonia. It is a graceful yet powerful style which relies on the use of a one-handed sword. Another famous school of swordsmanship would be the Arced school, favored by knights. However, unlike court fencing, the Arced school is practiced by both nobles and commoners alike. Yeah, whatever you say, nerd. Alright. Be happy that we're using you and you get an upgraded weapon. Hunting is perhaps the most noble of pursuits. No, it's not. Shut up, nerd. It allows us to travel our lands and take everything while engaging in fierce battles with wild beasts. I mean, I guess maybe hunting's a bit more. I mean, if you're actually like fighting them with a sword, okay, I could kind of see that as a bit more noble than just like shooting it from a distance. Oh, just thinking about it makes my blood boil with excitement. But I mean, you know, this nerd probably just like shoot something in a cage. Like, oh, I don't want to actually like let it hurt me. I don't want it to be a fair fight. It's not uncommon for books in the Middle Ages to be found here in Bareahard, what with all the ancient mansions. Those books are then brought to the store for us to handle, so please feel free to bring us any you believe are suitable. We'll gladly buy them off you should they be deemed so. Wait, what? I mean, do I have any? Can I sell you the... Can I sell these back for more than I bought them for? Yeah, I mean, I guess... Well, I mean, I guess you could sell these, right? Because, like, they're added to our log. I don't actually know. Oh my god, they're so fucking long. Holy shit. What the hell, dude? Usually they're like 5 or 7 pages. This is like an actual novel. What? Dude, that's... I don't know about that. Maybe we can't do that all in one video. Maybe there's less total chapters? I don't know. There's 14 20-page chapters. That's like ridiculous. I mean, they're not full pages, but still. Mommy and Dad will be home soon. I wonder what's for dinner. Oh, it's gotten pretty late. I need to go home and get dinner ready. Mom and Dad will be tired after work, so I want them to come home to a meal. We'll be taking our leave then. Can I leave, by the way? I assume no, but I had to check. Can we talk to you? Many of the servants here in Bareahard come from the outskirts of the Khoisan province. I came here about 3 years ago myself. The pay here is definitely higher than you could expect from any other part of the country. We tried to stay over at that place called Hotel Esmeralda, but turns out you need to reserve a room or have someone's referral if you don't have a peerage. The nobles here really are something else. The city is so elegant. Sure, we might have hit a snag or two, but I'm so glad we came. I mean, we do have to live on the street, but we ended up getting a room at the inn on Artisan Street. Man, the nobles here really are something else. The city is so elegant. We've hit a snag or two, but blah, 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 blah. That's what you sound like. The control tower's mobile radar happened to pick up something resembling a huge bird earlier. It was heading towards the outskirts of town at a rapid speed too, so there was a bit of a panic. They said it was approximately 3 arc in length. Maybe it was some sort of large monster? We're currently working to figure out just what it was they picked up on the mobile radar. Could have been some sort of large monster. Where am I supposed to be going? Oh yeah, these nobles over here. The highway can be dangerous after sundown, so try and stay away if possible. I've heard rumors of the provincial army strengthening its forces lately, however. Perhaps the highways will become safer as a result. You idiot. You fool. You actually think the military is going to benefit the common person? Hello. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Lord Eustace, might I assume that you've, that's correct, here. Thank you very much. Allow me to hand this over as your reward, then. Refusing to accept it would be rather rude, I suppose. Thank you very much. My apologies for our rudeness earlier. Kind of amazing how much their attitudes changed for Eustace. Well, there's no denying the influence his family holds here. Thank you so much for getting us some pink salt. We'll be sure to use it tonight. Copiously. Please don't hurt me. Don't throw me in the soup. Thank you very much. Is that any good? No. Our second floor is for the exclusive use of those who are nobility. We apologize, but everyone must remain on the first floor. Oh yeah, it's exclusive use. Oh, it's exclusive use. It's exclusive use. You know about that attitude Commodore some Heimdall have towards us nobles, do you not? Meanwhile, my daughter's at that age where she's highly impressionable. I understand what you mean. You want her friend to at least be someone who realizes their place within our class system. Exactly. There seems to be more and more people with ties to reformists entering that academy, too. These stupid idiots wanting equal rights. Fools! Try not to be too concerned. It'd be a shame to let all this perfectly good food go to waste after all. I mean, I do kind of like that there is a bit of, like, complexity between the two factions, right? Where, you know, on paper, the reformist faction seems like the good guys, but they're also, like, I can't remember. They're aligned with Osborne, right? Or, you know, they kind of, it's more of like a populist front, I suppose, as opposed to like a true, like democracy, I guess, is my understanding of kind of the political viewpoints of the reformist faction. It's almost dinner time. Hope y'all enjoy your meals. Are you sure you're alright with sitting down on the first floor? You are nobility after all. Ah, worry not. My family isn't exactly influential. That aside, let's get down to business. I actually received an order. Your Honor noticed I wasn't doing so well and taught me some table manners. I have to admit that was a lifesaver. It's really expensive here, but the staff is kind. I'm glad I chose this place in the end. Table manners, schmable manners. This is the first time we've had such an extravagant date. This might be the only time we get to do so, too. Heimdall's my home, after all. I have a few connections here and there. Regardless, I'm pleased to see that I could be of some help to you. Your head really does serve as a collection of random facts. Watch out, dear, your sauce is starting to drip everywhere. Oh my, I'm terribly sorry. Well, do you happen to know what the Crozen province's most dividing trait is? Enlighten me. It's the fact that it's the closest province to Calvert, our sworn enemies. There was once a road that led east of Bareahard all the way to Calvert. The road is long gone, however, and now that area is home to Oroc's Fort. Oroc's Fort? Now, why are Calvert our sworn enemies? I don't know! What the... Oh my god, that thunder was so fucking loud. I mean, like, it shook the entire apartment. Am I, like, about to be blown away? What's the weather like? The study of cooking in pursuit of new tastes is never ending. Even I still continue to learn new things. Continue to pursue new knowledge is what allows me to satisfy the noble's ever-changing tastes. Teach me a new recipe. This restaurant's pretty popular among nobles. Hamon's cooking is good enough to leave even those influential ones quiet while they appreciate just how good it is. Makes me proud to be a student. I hope I can match his skills one day. I hope my power doesn't go out. Wait, I need to look outside for a second. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. It's just like a light drizzle, and it doesn't really look that cloudy outside, so, you know, hopefully I won't get blown away. Did we talk to everyone in here? I think so. That's wonderful news. Your negotiation skills are exceptional. Okay. What are you up to? Kashow! I'm acting like an airship, can't you tell? No. Come along now, Vino. It's time for us to go home. Come along now. I'm too busy being an airship. Airships don't have to go home. The Mass here truly was an entirely different experience from elsewhere. There was so much to learn from the Archbishop's sermon, too. That truly was a fantastic Mass. I'd like to come along every day during my stay here. I mean, you know, couldn't you do more touristy shit? One social standing is irrelevant where faith in audios is concerned. A certain turning point in my life led me to believe this too. While the class system may be prevalent within Erebony, it does not serve as a means to judge people's value. One social standing is irrelevant when it comes to belief in audios. In the end, we are all equal. I mean, you know, I have to agree. Our only enemy is our lack of faith. Today's Mass was as splendid as always. As such, I must continue to offer my prayers. Man, I'm pretty sure Erebony's got bigger problems than just people not praying enough, but... No one here seems to have seen anyone resembling Lady Annabelle either. Is that Chickadee from the quest in the previous chapter? Perhaps she truly isn't here in Bareahard after all. The very least now I can do is pray for her safety. Did she get lost again? Or is she just delayed because of her train ticket? Our cathedral is listed in many tourist guides, it would seem. The publicity ensures that we have a steady stream of people visiting. I hope the visitors will take a chance to deepen their faith here. Bareahard Cathedral has a long history behind it. As a result, it has played a role in wars too. Many people fled here to seek shelter during the War of the Lions. It was they who painted the fresco on the wall even here. I do hope you can all feel the emotions that they have poured into its creation. I mean, I guess it's cool looking. I suppose. What do you want, kid? I'm waiting for my father to return from his business meeting. I did consider sightseeing on my own, but decided against it. I guess I'm a bit of a coward. Aha! Duke Cayenne of the... Oh, that's the... We've heard about you. I couldn't remember who was the Duke that we had heard about. The one that was mentioned in regard to the Liberation Front. Duke Cayenne of the Lamar province, who was effectively the faction's leader, said to be quite the gaudy one. Meanwhile, Duke Alberea... Oh, wait. No. Duke Cayenne was against the Liberation Front, right? Duke Alberea... Or... I can't remember, dude. Those two get along as well as oil and water. I mean, I would assume he's against the Liberation Front. Well, no, wait. Liberation Front is nobles against Osborne, right? I guess it's just because, like, in my mind, I think of Osborne, like, since he's the ruling class, kind of. I mean, technically, he's not necessarily nobility, since he's not the emperor, per se. it kind of makes sense for him to be aligned with the reformist faction, but considering he's like the de facto ruler, you kind of, and you think of the nobility as the ruling class, so to speak, I kind of think of them as one and the same, even though they're not. Oh my, the sunset makes the, which I mean, it's an interesting, like a little bit of extra complexity to the political situation is interesting. The sunset makes the city even more beautiful. I can't miss this opportunity to take a picture. The city really is pretty, but it's taking my toll on my heart. There's so many nobles and I keep getting assaulted by nerves whenever we pass by one. The highway can be dangerous after sundown, so blah 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 blah. I found plenty of good deals during my shopping spree. I'm broke. As nice as Christie's is, all the stores here are worth visiting too. They cost a fair bit, but we managed to get some nice things here. I guess we should at least open a couple of your slots. Especially since we have so much, That's only 70. I think we'll save it for you guys. Does Reen have any that are cheap? That one's not that expensive, but... It is kind of weird that it still displays the cost for the ones that have already been opened. It kind of made me think that you could, like... I mean, I assume you'll be able to upgrade your slots eventually. Just because, I mean, what else are you going to use your Sepith for the rest of the game? But, I mean, I guess you can use them to buy orbments, but other than that... This also reminds me, do you, Or buy quartz? What is Spark Arrow again? Yeah, that's just that. But didn't we get, like, wasn't it like an upgraded version of Spark Arrow? Dark Mat... has this been for sale? Did I scroll over that? Maybe I did. I definitely want dark matter, dude. So we can't get it just yet? Hey, what about that spark arrow? Does it give anything? It gives... Okay, it just gives extra stats. I like Fortuna. I like Frost Edge. I mean, we could maybe get away without having... Does your craft cure KO? I think it does, right? I think we can maybe get away with you not having Thalos then. I mean, the range is kind of small, but... Okay, there's like an upgraded Demon Scythe. Well, you know what? We'll give the upgraded version. Oh, no. That... Frost Edge Spark Arrow. Honestly, I'd rather give this to you. And then give you Reaper. Then we could get rid of Frost Edge for something different. Let's kind of look in. Earth Lance. Yeah, maybe give you Earth Lance. We give you Forte. Thing is, I really kind of want you to be doing damage more than anything. Like, I think we'll give you Forte. Take Septium Vein. Like, if we're going to be using you, it's probably going to be more as a support character. So take a Recuria and a Breath. And also a... Oh, there's Tear. Yeah, take that. Because I'm not too convinced with Machias. I mean, maybe he can do good damage, but I would rather use Fee as a damage dealer. I heard Court Gorty visited Turner's store today. He's pretty infamous for making really outrageous demands from time to time. Well, that probably sums up most nobles, to be fair, Duke Albrea included. It's not unusual to hear of nobles making ridiculous demands. Don't let it bother you, though. aren't many traveling merchants like me nowadays, thanks to tax increases. The fact that people can just use the Transcontinental Railroad to import foreign goods doesn't help either. Oh well, there's no sense of complaining. That's not going to change anything. Yeah. Good outlook, dude. Good outlook. That's true. Check out tailoring. Did I just, hear that correctly? My, that sort of price befits a dress worn by Princess Alphen herself. Thankfully my daughter realizes we're not the richest family and will give up on getting it made. Goodness, I had no idea it would be so expensive. My apologies, but the materials you have there require some very special work. We've also had to raise our prices recently due to the tax increases. As such, we really can't take up the job without an upfront payment of 80,000 mira. How troublesome. I mean, considering you spent 300,000 on the frickin' silk, that's not that bad. You will, won't you, Clarissa? Please do not ignore your father's desperate pleas here. Well, I'm sure father can strut his position as a noble and gather the mira up from me by the end of the day. Once he does, we can come back together and finally get my dress made. There's a little issue with the customer's order, you see. I truly am sorry, but the price of custom-made clothing has risen recently. Let's see, 2... It's okay, but I don't think it's good enough to bother. I'm closing up because it's almost time for dinner. I'll close the shutter once those customers leave. I've got plenty of people working here that I need to pay. That's why I gotta up the prices of everything, much as I hate to do so. If you want to complain to someone, take it up with our lovely Duke, who thought it'd be a good idea to raise our taxes. Okay. Can I go down here? Probably not. Oh man, day's almost over. Guess I'll close the gate and make my way back then. Nope. Okay, so it's just... Oh wait, we haven't gone to the jewelers. Dad's a real stickler when it comes to his work. Man, 10 years since I started training, he still refused to teach me anything but the basics. Adios only knows when he's actually gonna let me have the reins. I need to get back to my training as soon as we finished up shop for the night. Adios only knows when my dad will trust me with his work, but Heimdall wasn't built in the day, I guess. Actually, my son's losing his patience. He's ready to get started on some real work, but I didn't pay to be hasty. Until he can truly feel the soul of the materials he works with, I couldn't possibly leave the shop in his hands. Nobody up here. Okay, so just the noble district is all we have left, I think. And then we can bounce. Well, I haven't found a quest yet. I was told there's like always an evening quest, and that seems to be true, so one of you guys maybe has a quest for us? Alright, I should be making my way back home now. I wouldn't want the delicious meal that my butler is no doubt in the middle of preparing to go to waste. Meow. Good day, everyone. There's nothing out of the ordinary to report here at the guardhouse. Definitely not planning a rebellion or nothing. Ha 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 ha. It's beginning to get dark, Lord Eustace. Perhaps you might consider returning to your hotel soon? Let me show you what we have to do. Oh, wait, what? What'd you say? Let me show you what we do back home. Actually, I can't. It's too funny. Ah, roar, I'm a dinosaur. You'll never guess what happened. Cattle lost our ball, but we started looking for it, but then Persimmon found it for us. But he went to the house because Mommy and Daddy were busy, and then some stranger came along. Now Big Sis is going out. No fair. What? We made our arrangements to go to see Duke Bareahard, but these two just won't behave. I did expect this to be the case, though. Oh well, they'll just have to stay home this year, too. Such a shame. I was looking forward to finally introducing them to him. Apologies for all the rushing about. We plan on making our way over to the Duke's residence soon. After all, I must report to him, even if briefly, on the status of the land that he's left in my charge. Arrangements with the Duke have now been made. He said to make his way over during the evening. Certainly, please bear with me a moment. Although more importantly, I believe that you should be getting yourself ready, Master Hancock. Anybody up here? Oh goodness, almost forgot our gift for the Duke. We procured some good septium from our mines this year, so we decided to bring some along for the Duke. While it doesn't compare to the septium from more established mines, we simply can't show up empty-handed. Why not? Just be like, ah, dude, you've already got everything, man. Just fucking quit being weird. Anyone up here? How's the Bareahard household doing? Lord Rufus informed us that you would be staying at Hotel Esmeralda. Good night, Lord Eustace. Well, we didn't find anything, and I think we talked to everyone. Can I go down here? No? Wait, did we go in here? No, we didn't go in here. I don't think we came in here. What would you have for dinner then, sir? I'm not entirely sure. I don't seem to have much of an appetite, truth be told. Perhaps you should partake in a oh, you're the guy who ate the thing. How does a roasted duck with some truffles for dessert sound? Quite fine, let's go for that. Doesn't sound light to me. Perhaps our greedy noble it is. Perhaps my appetite was affected by that stone. Ah, Royce, don't forget the wine. A good meal is always accompanied by some 62-year-old Elvoy, Voile? I don't know. On top of being an avid art collector, Master Gordy also considers himself a gourmet. Preparing food for him is always a hassle due to this. Anyone up here? Nope. I don't know. Trying to think, was there anywhere that we didn't go? Talk to all you guys around here. Should make my way back home now. Wouldn't want the delicious meal to go to waste. Okay. Went to the restaurant, went to Cathedral. Did we talk to you guys? Yeah, because you're the heart lady. Talk to you, talk to you, talk to all of you guys. Talk to you again. Oh wait, can you guess what the business was? She tried to deliver a sermon on how Audius considers nobles and commoners as equals. Goodness, now that truly is awful. Those silly commoners may have actually believed such drivel. I'd appreciate it if the church just took their time to listen to those foolish commoners. Then we could be at peace. True enough, indeed. Denying our long-established class system is quite the sinful act, even for someone affiliated with the church. I've half a mind to ask Duke Albrea to have her replaced, to be quite honest. Half a mind to kick your ass. Don't you think it would be preferable if those of the church dedicated their time to dealing with those foolish commoners? If those reformers were to learn their place on top of that, everything would return to being peaceful. Okay. I don't know. Oh, wait, did we talk to the kids? Can't remember if we talked to you. Oh, yeah, no, we did. I don't know, maybe there isn't a quest. I can't think of anywhere. Unless it was, like, back at the frickin' fort? Like, if we talked to people again, there was something? Pretty sure we talked to everyone in here. But did we talk to you? Hunting, yeah. Well, alright, I guess I'll consider that. I don't really want to, like, spend forever doing it. It just kind of got me wondering if it was like if I talked to the people back at the fort. I mean, I assume it won't let us go back now, but, well, no, I don't know. And is this still locked off? Yup. Oh, it's just like, you know, in the past there's always been, there was a quest on the night, so I'm a little, I feel like I'm missing it. But at the same time, I can't think of anyone we haven't talked to. I mean, maybe it's in the hotel, but I assume when we go in the hotel, it's going to end the day. I'm waiting for my father. I mean, this also seems like maybe something. But are you the... You're for that other, the Baron guy in here, right? You're his kid? Like this guy? I think? Fafnir? Is that Famfir? We talked to everyone on the second floor? Alright, well, that's enough of that. We'll just save and go into the hotel. I feel like I did my due diligence. If it's that hidden, then, well, maybe we weren't meant to do it anyway. Also, we didn't save. There it goes. In the days... Okay, one second. Let me... Well... I mean, I can't think of anywhere else. Let me look at the Artisan Street one last time. I mean, I can't think of anywhere else it could be, dude.
Ooh, this looks like a good spot.
This hasn't refreshed yet, right? Yeah, I was making sure it didn't refresh in the evening. We did. We talked to everyone in the Noble District. And then the Artisan. We went to the inn, right? Did we talk to you? Welcome, you're here for a meal or lodging. If it's the latter, then please check in quick. Oh no, man. Oh no. Yeah, we talked to you because you talk about the nobles. We went in here. Unless it's maybe something where it's like you have to walk in a specific spot of the town to proc a cutscene. I don't know. But if it's that, then we're like never gonna find it, so... I feel... Did we actually talk to you? Guys over at Orca's Fort. Nope. Alright, I feel fairly okay now. We talked to the Archbishop. Where was the Archbishop? I don't remember. Did we actually talk to you? No, yeah, we did. Okay. Well, alrighty, let's get the show on the road. That's Father. Ooh, it's finally time to see the big man himself? Huh? What? I'm terribly sorry for not coming to greet you, Father. Although I'm here for but a short time, I useless have returned to enough. As I informed Rufus, you are free to do as you wish while you're here. However, you will do nothing that brings shame upon myself, nor upon the Bareahard name. Please be ever mindful of your position and what you represent. Yes, Father. Would it be too much to ask for you to introduce yourself to my classmate? I have no time for pleasantries. Should I require anything of you, you will be contacted. What was that all about? Fee, that's not really... That was the almighty Duke of Bareahard, was it? The head of one of the 4 great houses, the man in charge of this entire province? Indeed. And by some strange twist of fate, my father as well. Eustace? I've spoken out of turn. Forget I said that. Today's workload has made me hungry. Shall we return to our rooms and then find something to eat? That sounds good to me. I'm starving. At this point, Rena and the others returned to their rooms for a much-needed shower. Then, after a short rest, they headed to a restaurant in the Central Plaza for dinner.
The breeze here feels wonderful.
The food was delicious too. Agreed.
I can see why this restaurant is popular with the nobles. Do you dine here often, Eustace?
I do. The chef has been good to me since I was a child. I was practically raised on this food.
How typical. Even in your dining habits, you nobles subsist on unnecessary luxury.
I mean, you could just, like, shut up.
Though I can't deny the quality of the food.
It wasn't just tasty, but warm too.
I mean, like, I don't disagree, Machias, but, like, have some tact.
Yes. For a high-class restaurant, the chef seems to have used a lot of very healthy ingredients. Perhaps he's doing his part to ensure Eustace stays in good health.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I wonder what Group B is doing right now.
Is anybody gonna eat that bread? Don't just leave that bread sitting there, dude.
We had this exact same conversation in our group last month, too.
Yeah, what did you people do?
I'm sure they're hard at work over in St. Arc. Probably nothing to worry about.
It was Celtic for you last month, right? So you were thinking of us on the first night?
Well, no. Maybe.
Yeah. After dinner, we were wondering how Group B was getting on. Dare I ask?
I mean, Group B is probably doing fine right now because they got Elliot the God backing them up.
Well,
Nowhere near as peacefully as now. This is a big improvement.
I kind of figured that much.
we are doing much better this time. That much is true.
Huh? And I'm sure our reports will reflect that.
It is an improvement, though I'm not convinced it's good enough.
It's not?
I'm certain Group B gave their absolute best in all of their tasks today. But can we honestly say the same? That we could have done no better?
I mean, I'm sorry I didn't find the quest. You just quit putting me on blast like this.
And I'm referring not just to the monster encounter, but to the handling of our other tasks as well.
What was wrong with the other task, man? I found the salt.
We'll just have to try and make up for it in the day we have left.
I guess we did kind of. I mean, we didn't really mess up the eating the sap thing, but I guess it didn't turn out the way you expected it to.
Besides, we had the chance to catch sight of a far bigger problem.
Yes, that's true.
First, we find out taxes are rising throughout the province. Then, we find out the military is being expanded on a grand scale. Don't even try to tell me the two aren't related.
I have no intention of denying it, but you're only looking at one side of the coin. Exactly how many Oxen tanks do you think the Imperial Army has under their control?
2.
Well,
100 or 2, I'd guess.
See, like I said, 2.
Precisely. The Imperial Army's military capabilities are enormous. This nation has one of the most powerful armed forces on the continent,
I mean, they're not all that tough.
and roughly 70% of it is under the Chancellor's control. Tell me, how is the Noble Alliance supposed to counter that?
I mean, they could just, like, be normal and be like, okay, well, we had a good run.
So you're suggesting that's why the Provincial Army needs to bolster its forces?
Considering both sides are comprised of Erebonians, it all seems so wasteful.
Ah, the travails of youth! How noble and beautiful they are!
Is that... It is?
It's you.
I mean, it's a little bit more... I mean, that's about what I expected Blue Blanc to kind of sound like.
Baron Blue Blanc, I believe?
It's a little... It's like maybe 10% more over the top than...
Ha ha! It's such an honor that you would remember a mere baron. I see you've completed a hard day's work already. How splendid!
Okay, maybe it's like 20% more over the top than I expected.
yes, nearly.
What about you?
Alas, I have yet to be blessed with the fateful encounter I seek. The search for beauty is filled with perils and obstacles, yet that is precisely what makes it all so beautiful.
You can't do that. I already told you.
Well,
Nobody can do that
I
except
hope you enjoy
Oliver.
the rest of your stay.
I most certainly will. Though it truly is a pity that the clear air of this verdant city should be tinged, if but faintly, with the scent of steel. I'd heard that Duke Alberea was a man of many interests, but I was unaware he counted playing with fire among them. I don't condemn him for it, though, for only by playing with fire can one create fireworks. Would you not agree, my friends?
I don't like your implications.
Shut up and tell me riddles, old man.
And I think this whole line of conversation is a little inappropriate.
Oh, please do pardon me, young lady. I meant no harm, I assure you. I wish you well on your remaining day here. May you reveal to me the beauty I seek by its end, be it the lovely luster of success or the sad splendor of failure.
Yeah, that's not ominous.
Who does he think he is? This is why I can't stand nobles.
Oh, come on.
I thought you might say that. If it makes you feel better, though, I have my doubts as to whether that man truly is a noble to begin with.
Blue Blanc is the source of, like, the best side quests. You gotta give him some respect in that regard.
What?
His behavior seems so exaggerated. Almost as if he's trying to act like the quintessential noble. Like he's fulfilling the stereotype.
Yeah, something about him feels off to me, too. But what's even stranger...
I mean, isn't he supposed to be
they knew
famous?
We only have one day left here.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I didn't pick up on that. But like, I mean, Blue Blanc is supposed to be pretty famous in Erebonia. I mean, hell, we've read he's mentioned in the Imperial Chronicle, right? Like, it is kind of odd that no one's making that connection. They're like, huh, that's a kind of interesting name he's got. I mean, that obviously I don't think the name is quite so eccentric that no one else would ever be named it, but...
You're right.
We told him of our field study, but never once did we divulge how long we intended to remain here.
And it is kind of odd. I don't really know why he would be stalking Class 7.
Between him and that silver object, we've been crossing paths with a lot of strange people today.
Well, tomorrow's the end of our stint here. We can't let ourselves get distracted. We still have a lot to do.
That's right. We have to do our group proud.
Exactly.
We should return to the hotel and begin work on our reports then.
They're sleeping. Yes, are you asleep yet? Yes.
Can't get to sleep?
I could ask you the same. You aren't going to tell me the bed's too hard for you, are you?
I wouldn't dream of it. I've never slept in a bed this high class in my life. Not even back at home.
And yet you're the son of Baron Schwarzer. You've not lived the life one might expect of a boy from a noble family.
Yeah, that's just how my dad is. A lord should live like his people, not above them. That's how he always put it.
I see. It sounds as though you have a good family.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for my upbringing.
I'm interested to know, like, at what age Reem was adopted.
Aren't
if it was
you going
like,
to ask?
if it was like from birth, like, you know, if he only ever knows this family, or if he was, you know, like a little bit older.
I assumed you'd be curious about that brief exchange with my father earlier.
You know, it's a pretty common archetype of relationship. Not that unusual.
I wasn't really sure you'd want me to bring that up. You obviously get along really well with your brother, but I didn't get that same sense with the Duke.
Duke, more like Dick.
Has he always been like that?
As far back as I can remember. I suppose he just has little respect for his son born to a commoner.
Oh, okay.
What?
So maybe his mom.
My brother and I have different mothers. He was born of my father's legal wife, a noble who still lives to this day. My own mother, however, was a commoner, and she passed away 8 years ago.
Imagine being pissed at your son for a decision that you had a role in playing, like because you couldn't keep it in your pants. You're like, oh, you're not my legitimate offspring. If only you could have done something to stop that, Eustace.
In other words, I am his bastard son.
I had no idea.
I like this track.
Was that chef we met earlier?
He's my uncle, on my mother's side.
Ah.
Perhaps that's why he's always been so good to me. Or perhaps he's simply compelled to treat me as I deserve to be treated, being the son of the Duke.
No, that can't be. I don't blame you for being a little cynical, but there's no need to be quite so hard on yourself.
Dude, Machias is just like, please guys, I was just getting to sleep.
I suppose you're right.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's like Machias is actually awake and listening to them. And it kind of serves as like a wake-up call for him, maybe?
I'm sure you have your differences, but you do get along with your brother, right?
I could definitely see it, like, after, you know, Rean and Yusa stop talking and they go to sleep, it, like, zooms in over to Machias' face and reveals that he's been awake the whole time.
You could say that. He's treated me well ever since I was taken in 8 years ago. He was the one who taught me my swordsmanship, and who trained me in the ways of court etiquette.
Okay, so he lived with his mom originally, and then I guess he just kind of was... I mean, not really adopted, per se, but he just was allowed into the household.
I knew it.
Pardon?
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised he didn't just, like, send him to an orphanage.
There's just something honest, I guess you could say, about the way you fight. It shows that whoever taught you was someone you really trusted. When we first met him this afternoon, I had a hunch he might have been the one. What's wrong?
Nothing at all. You just keep reminding me how unlike a noble you truly are.
I get that a lot.
Is your injury from this afternoon on the mend?
It's fine, honestly.
I don't know, something about Yusa's face just barely peeking up out of the covers is kind of funny.
There's no pain, and the wound's closed up like it was never there. I'll have to be sure to thank Emma's grandmother for her help someday.
That's good to hear. Still, from where I stand, you are something of a danger to yourself.
I am?
On the day of the entrance ceremony, when the trapdoor opened beneath us, you acted instantly to protect Elisa. It wasn't even a moment's hesitation.
Like, you really wanted to get your face all up in them titties.
Ah.
It was really embarrassing, Rean.
In most cases, one would reflexively act to protect himself. It's part of man's natural survival instinct. Yet you put another before yourself, not even pausing to question the validity of that decision. And you did exactly the same thing with us today. I'm sure most people would see that as an act of selflessness and sing your praises for it. But to me, it comes across as abnormal, perhaps even twisted.
Kind of interesting. It reminds me a bit of the conversation at the start of Zero when Lloyd is gonna sacrifice himself to fight hold off the big slime in the tutorial, and then, you know, Arya shows up and one-shots it and kind of like lectures Lloyd on being too carefree with his own life.
I don't know how to respond to that. I wasn't expecting you to see through me quite so clearly.
Well, I owed you as much for having seen through me first. Still, the point stands. You need to be more cognizant of the effects your actions have on those around you.
I also like how they're not even pretending to like whisper or anything. They're just like talking like normal volume. Poor Machias.
If not for your health and for your reputation, that selflessness of yours can just as easily be perceived as arrogance after all.
I know it can, and you're not the first person to tell me that.
Yeah, you could definitely see that as like, you know, he thinks he's better than everyone. That's why he feels like he has to protect everyone.
What's the point in saving others if you can't spare even a moment to save yourself? That's what my old master always used to say to me.
Was it now? I suppose we both have some things we need to work through.
Yeah, but for now, we need to get a good night's sleep. If we stay up too late tonight, we're going to be dead to the world tomorrow, and that wouldn't be fair to the others.
I agree, it wouldn't be fair. To the girls, at least. I'd hate to be so tired as to limit my potential.
Hear, hear. Good night, Eustace.
Pleasant dreams.
Don't let the Airbonian bed bugs bite. Oh, they're right. I knew it. I mean, I saw it coming a mile away. I mean, as soon as you saw that he was, like, turned to face the other direction so you couldn't see his face, I'm like, I know what they're going to do. I'm media literate.
Drinks are on me someday.
Here is the envelope Lord Rufus entrusted to me. Please take it and study its contents well. Thank you. Much appreciated. If you'll excuse me then, should you require anything further, please do not hesitate to let me know. Alright, let's see what my brother's given us for today. Yeah, I'm kind of anxious. Okay, a bite of nostalgia. I'd like to request someone's help in gathering a number of ingredients. Okay, and then a monster. This time we'll get our links off and it'll be fantastic. Okay, in North Cruisin' Highway. It's bad news for the hotel. Venus Man-Trap. Another well-balanced assortment. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Rufus had predicted what happened yesterday from the very start. Saying he intended to give us a first-hand look at the problems between the nobles and the commoners? If that's true, I'm impressed. His reputation is well earned. Sure does seem that way. I believe that's enough talk about my brother. We only have one day left before we must return on our voyage to Trista. We should set out as...
Eustace Albarea.
Oh, is he gonna apologize? Or at the very least, like...
What is it?
Try and smooth things over?
I will accept no more failures. Today, we will form a combat link.
What?
As much as I may dislike you, I'm ashamed that we were unable to do what every other member of our class has accomplished. Today's monster extermination request seems as good a chance as any to make up for yesterday's failure. What did you say?
You
like
really
the,
are simple-minded,
I like the little
aren't
smirk.
you? I suppose you overheard our conversation last night and feel some kind of affinity toward me now?
Oh man, Eustace knows too.
Nonsense! I did no such thing! I was fast asleep while you yammered on about your family and Reen and...
Come on, man.
Machias.
Yeah, I made all that shit up just to mess with you, dude. Haha, pranked! Bro, you got pranked. You got pranked into feeling like I'm a human being, bro.
That's pretty conclusive.
Very well. I accept. I'll be happy to show you what a proper combat link looks like.
You do realize you're both gonna do 0 damage, right?
We'll see about that. Fortunately, I have more than enough generosity of spirit to endure being paired with an arrogant noble like you.
Maybe today's field study will go more smoothly than yesterday's after all.
Lord Eustace.
Arno? What brings you here? I would have expected you to be at my father's side.
He's dead.
I'm terribly sorry I could not greet you upon your arrival yesterday. However, I have come today in the capacity of an escort.
Escort?
Don't take
To
Eustace
where?
away, man. Quit making me use Machias.
I'm sure you must be aware that I returned to Bareahard purely as part of a field study for my academy work.
But of course, however, His Grace has directly requested that I escort you to the mansion.
That, I don't know if I buy that. Because it seemed like the dude, like, kind of wanted Eustace to do his shit and get out of here?
So I would be most appreciative if you'd accompany me without delay.
Father? He showed no signs of desiring my company when we spoke yesterday.
Is Eustace about to be kidnapped? I feel like he's about to be kidnapped.
I am in no position to question or oppose his orders, merely to obey them. I'm sure you understand.
I don't know. I mean, there's like a couple things I can think of. A, this is Blue Blanc and he really wants Eustace because he thinks he's pretty. B, this dude is actually like maybe aligned with the reformist and wants to kidnap Eustace for leverage?
Though while I hesitate to speculate, I do wonder if His Grace may
yeah.
feel some regret
I don't buy
regarding
this at
his
all.
demeanor yesterday.
I mean, it could be that the Duke does actually want to see him to, like, you know, tell him to do some, like, shady shit, but
But
I feel like
Go with
Eustace
it.
is getting kidnapped.
We can attempt to form a combat link another time.
We'll be able to handle the morning's tasks just fine on our own. Don't worry about us.
Reen, don't be so confident. This party is... I'm not super impressed with it.
Huh. You've come all the way back to your hometown. It would be a shame not to visit with your family, right?
I mean, at least now that we can probably go full in on physical. It's actually, the party's pretty good for boss fights. It just kind of sucks for regular, like, enemies. Just because, like, you don't do damage with physical characters unless you're buffed, which takes time to set up.
Agreed.
are you certain? Very well. I'll return this afternoon. And though I will worry as to how you'll fare without me, I know you'll at least give it your best, for what that's worth.
Of course we will.
All right, let's meet back in the hotel lobby around noon. If something comes up, just leave a message at the front desk.
Understood. Lead the way, Arno.
Gladly, sir. Please excuse us.
Well, let's get started. We wouldn't want to give Eustace any further reason to worry, now would we?
Huh, certainly not. Still,
I'm not, like, in love with
What?
him or nothing.
What is it? If you have something to say, just say it.
oh, it's nothing. Nothing at all.
She's probably thinking, the worst is over, and it's all thanks to your eavesdropping.
Good boy.
Just stop that! Just stop looking at me like I'm some hapless babe! Rain, you do know I still haven't completely forgiven you for lying, don't you?
Are you still hung up on that?
You were lying about sleeping last night.
And Emma, I hope you're ready to score second on our midterms because I'm not about to lose to you again.
And Fee, I'm gonna grow the biggest damn tree the world's ever seen.
But don't even think about giving those exams any less than your very best. I intend to best you when you're in top form.
You will?
And as for you, Fee, I've been wanting to say this for a long
I
time
know.
now. Sleeping in class is an affront to our education.
Yawn at him. Yawn at him.
You need to start treating classes more seriously. Listen, take proper notes. Raise your hand now and then. And stop covering your ears when I'm talking to you.
I can't hear you.
Anyway, we've got a lot to do, so how about we get to it?
Right.
Alright, I'm glad that the Machias redemption arc has begun. Now, I think we're going to stop here. So one thing, just kind of a housekeeping thing. I think I'm going to try and keep doing... I know I mentioned when I talked about this Let's Play that, like, we were going to do 2 videos a day for a while and then switch to 1. I think we'll try and keep doing 2 videos a day, but I'm going to be stricter about stopping them a little bit earlier from now on. Like, at about 50 minutes to an hour instead of kind of letting them fly, because I will admit, doing 2 videos of this plus 1 video of, like, my other series every day is, like, kind of... It's a lot, just because, like, in terms of, like, rendering these videos out takes a lot longer than... Or, not a lot longer, but, like, a decent bit longer than the Zero stuff did, or the Azure. Just because, you know, this game's a bit more, like... You know, and their file sizes are larger, since it's actually, like, in 3D as opposed to... Zero and Azure and all the other Trails games, where, like, only combat really had large file sizes, but all the videos of this series kind of have, like, you know, pretty large file sizes, which causes them to take a long time to render out on my computer. So I think going forward, we'll try and keep doing 2 videos a day, but I think videos are going to be slightly shorter on average, just as a way to make it so I'm able to get all these videos rendered out without having to take as long. With that said, I think that's going to be it for this video. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.